welcome back to another episode of Last Day on Earth Survival. Today we return, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, guys, it's your favorite contestant today, but it's Amazing Friday. We are back, and we are ready to resume our raiding adventures. As you guys might recall, though, we did end off last episode at another base, and I did say that, hey, we're gonna go ahead and hopefully finish raiding this base. Problem is, I forgot that we broke a couple of walls, so I was actually starting to walk over to the bunker to hopefully start grinding some C4, and then I saw the timer behind the base start appearing, and then I just became very sad because the base disappeared. That took a bunch of our stuff from these chests over here in the last raid, so that's very unfortunate. We did lose a giant haul. And here we are today. I'm sorry, after that happened, I was super demotivated. I just had to get off last day for a bit. So unfortunately, we don't have another C4 at our disposal quite yet. But at the very least, we do have plenty of materials to continue and potentially a pit stop by the bulk a little bit later as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and let's set out upon this raid and see what it contains. We can grab more level 2 hatchets when it need be. But first things first, boom! What you guys are seeing here was actually tweeted out earlier today by Last Day on Earth. This is something that I absolutely had to get to talking about today. The caption that it was tweeted out with, probably posted on Facebook and all that jazz too, is we have a sharp question. Which one makes more splashes? And then what we're seeing is this screen. Over on the left side of the screen is actually something that we saw a little bit earlier, that they did post a little bit earlier, that kind of like left half where it talks about blades and handles for the machetes. So no need to go super in depth with that, I don't think, because we already did for the most part. But if we take a look-see daisies over there on the right, we can see more melee weapons and the type of way they're gonna work in the weapon update. If you guys don't know, this is exactly this sketches and whatever, this all has to do with the weapon update. These are all going to be possible variations of melee weapons and how you will be able to actually upgrade the melee weapons themselves into these forms. And I think that there are some pretty big context clues here that will prove rather valuable. So over at the top, like I said, we're not going to be talking about the left everything under that machete section where it says blades, handles, and all those machetes. That's already been talked about. We're going to be talking over here on the right side where there's some brand new newness for us to go ahead and hop into. So over on the blades, you guys can see at the very top, we are seeing different variations, different versions of the cleaver. These are not as information heavy as the other parts though, as the lead pipe and what appears to be the spike devastator that we'll get into in just a little bit. But if we talk about the blades, we can see a couple of variations from left to right. The left one looks like kind of like the rusty, kind of like ghetto rig type of version that so far every weapon seems to have kind of a version on that. Then we're just seeing a couple of different variations of also varying materials by the looks of it. Over there on the second blade, you can see it has that kind of bluish tint to it. I don't know if that means maybe that there's going to be a steel blade that's possible for us to craft up, and then the rest of them are kind of mediocre blades. But then the other three are just looking like kind of separate variations. You have one with like holes and stuff in it, you got one with a little bit of a hook to it, kind of similar to a sickle except like a lot smaller scale, and then what appears to be the base cleaver all the way on the right. Then however, if we take a look at the end of that row over on the right, we can see what appears to be the lead pipe, and this is where we can start extracting some information from, because the lead pipe is a lot of pointers, a lot of arrows pointing at different things. So let's go ahead and start off. So at the beginning, we are seeing a rusty red. I think that's detailing the color that the handle is going to be, but then it's saying the thing is optional, which might even be leading to the fact that blades and all of that, there might be different variants of different things, you know, because I know that they said there's gonna be different upgrade paths. You can upgrade different weapons and different things, but what this is saying, if there's actually optional components to that, it appears like there might be different versions of the different versions of the things, you know what I mean? Because if that's optional, technically speaking, there's like a version with a handle, there's a version without a handle or something along those lines. Then if we head on over to the second row, we can go ahead and honestly, it appears to be the types of materials that we are going to need to go through with the upgrades. So we are seeing, for example, compared, this is all I would say too is compare this to the kind of base version in the upper right hand corner and kind of look at kind of like some of the big changes that we are seeing. So over there in the second row, we can begin seeing that with some duct tape, and it says one more knee. I don't know why it says one more knee over by the bolt, but there is a bolt slash nut there and some duct tape, making it seem like those are gonna be the two key components to getting this version that is going to have probably just an improved handle or something along those lines. You guys can see a sharpened bolt, so probably just a bolt slash nails they're gonna be needing over there for the second one, along with cloth with ropes for the handle this time. So the handle, it appears that that's actually just gonna be kind of like different versions of the handle. Then though, if we head on over to the third thing in that row, row, we can see something very interesting. The big one bone. This is not the first time we've seen this, and you know what I think this means? That by the time the weapon update comes out, the big one's got to be able to drop his bone. What does that mean? Well, I think that means the big one's going to come back into our lives a little bit. Currently, the main way we encounter the big one is through raids, where he will randomly come at us and he is undefeatable. That's right, you cannot kill him in raids currently. Maybe that'll change though with this coming update, and we will be able to kill him during raids. Maybe raids will be kind of his boss arena, or per snaps, the weapon update will also bring with it a location for the big one to be killed so we can acquire this bone, or the update after the weapon update, which is shaping up to be the farm update from what we've seen. Maybe the farm will be the boss location for the big one, his new home, now that the witch kicked him out from there. But anyways, this weapon is appearing that it's going to be using the big one bone. How rare will this thing be? I don't know, because that would make this a pretty rare weapon if you have to kill the big one every time to get its bone. Maybe it'll be the most powerful version that does like a lot of damage, super crazy durability, that type of stuff. But for this combination of the lead pipe, it is going to be needing a big one bone and some old cloth to secure it together. I do wonder if you'll be able to like maybe combine different blades and stuff and like different handles and actually switch those up. That would be a pretty cool upgrade thing, because like over on the left of here, we are seeing the handles only being changed. Then here on the right, we're going to be seeing different heads actually being applied, like the big one bone that's sharpened up into some sort of a spear, which is looking super dope actually. And then to the right of that, it says can be swapped, and this thing, it just appears to be kind of like a double-edged pipe of some kind with some weird things that you can put through the end, but apparently they can be swapped with some sort of sharp blades, making this kind of look like a Fortnite pickaxe, ironically enough. But this one will also have that like weird red handle over at the beginning. Potentially that handle honestly just looks like, I don't know if yeah, a little bit. I'd say that handle, you guys see the red handle on every other one. I think that the handle gets replaced with like the turn knob in that version on the right. But then through the bottom row, we got a couple more cool variants. Those appear to more change, however, the middle of it versus like where we saw the handle being adjusted, where we saw the head being adjusted. This appears to be kind of adjusting random parts of like the middle of the stick. And then all the way on the right, we are looking at what appears to be a spiked devastator version of the lead pipe over here, meaning the lead pipe might be like a pretty customizable type of melee weapon with a lot of different upgrade paths for it, because you can see that there's one that you can literally turn it into a spiked devastator with like a tin can and some nails. And then to the right of that, this is where things also get very interesting. With some old cloth and a saw blade, you'll be able to make some sort of an axe. This is implying that the saw blade is a material that you can actually put into this. Maybe that'll just be for resources or something, but if you want to craft this up, I'm guessing you're gonna need a saw blade, and that means you'll have to be able to scrap down the saw blade or do something of some sort with that, and then from there utilize a saw blade that gets from the melee, like the saw blade from the saw blade melee weapon. You have to then utilize that to equip it over to this drawing over here. But that's kind of a double whammy, because from what we've seen, the metal cutter itself also will be utilizing a saw blade, meaning there's still hope that the metal cutter, the level 4 means of destroying steel bases, might actually be coming in this update. There's a chance. If not though, it does appear that this update will be amazing preparation for the metal cutter to hopefully come soon, because I think having a saw blade component will be a big part of crafting the metal cutter, since again, if you guys have ever seen that thing, it's literally a saw blade. So unless it's, like I'm saying, I think it's either going to be a modded saw blade, or we will have to utilize a saw blade, kind of like we're seeing from here, where the saw blade can be utilized in other weapons in a similar fashion. We're gonna have to utilize it for the metal cutter. But that is what I got to talk about in terms of the new melee stuff and whatnot that we got coming our way. And I do have a little bit of news to share as well. This was clarified over in the Discord. Someone asked to Cloud, what are the developers? Oh, so next week there will be the shooting and weapons update, but the farm location update will be after a few weeks, as I understand. And Cloud says, yes, it is almost ready, but requires more testing and optimization. So the farm will be delayed to properly test weapons, meaning what we are seeing here is pretty much a roadmap for the next 2 updates, and hopefully the fact that they will be coming, I think both of them might honestly come within the next month, which would be pretty dope. But it is going to come in the order of weapon update and then farm update by the looks of it. I cannot wait to dive into that with all of you boys and all of you girls. But that's going to wrap it up for that little information segment. I hope that you guys did enjoy. I hope that you guys did find it helpful as well. Cannot wait to your guys' own original thoughts around all this stuff, especially your guys' own thoughts on the melee weapon update, as we're seeing, especially, dude, with that big one bone and potentially the metal cutter being incorporated. separated with that saw blade. There's a lot of stuff to take from that, along with how you think the melee weapon update, or the melee weapon system itself might work, since it does appear to be a little bit, like, at least from what we saw, dude, it looked like you were modifying the head of the freaking pipe, then you were modifying the middle, then you were modifying the handle. It just looked like different things were being modified, which is pretty freaking interesting. So like I'm saying, let me know your guys' own thoughts regarding all that jazz in that comment section down below. And remember, like us, clear the way into the week and $20 at 2/please store gift card give. All you gotta do is make sure to like button, make sure to subscribe. That'll let you win on today's video. Go ahead and enter it out every single last Aerith video. When Saturday rolls around, pick a random video from the past week, pick a random comment for a random video, and that will be the winner for the weekend. We'll kick off a new weekly giveaway from that as well. So get your entries in down below, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I cannot wait to. And make sure the notification bell is hit as well, so y'all do stay tuned for when that video comes out on Saturday, announcing the new winners and kicking off the new weekly giveaway as well. So you stay up to date with the last out of the series. All the latest of information's coming out with it as well. That is looking pretty interesting on the other side. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we'll be able to break into that, but we'll get back on the topic of the raid here in just a sec. But yeah, best luck to you guys with that, and stick around for those other dope survival games we're playing as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the Prey Day video going up today. That Prey Day was some super interesting stuff, but what we are seeing here is also on the interesting side. What we are seeing here is a full stone and steel base, and this is probably the I don't know, man. This type of base is definitely sketchball, because it does have the promise of there being good stuff within the stone portions, but think about it. Logically speaking, anyone who has steel parts of their base is putting their best loot in the steel portion. So I think we may have just come across a base that probably isn't gonna be the kindest to us, but even if it is, it's something that we're gonna have to go ahead and do with some stone. And for the stone entryway, we are gonna need some C4, so we do need to go and acquire that. And it just looks like we're getting a lot of these bases, which is all, honestly, it's all good, man, but it's like, dear mama, there's been a lot of steel going around and whatnot lately. So yeah, these bases are hard, because I know here's the real reason that these are super bad too, because Kafir has said that they are actively working on getting these steel bases, or any bases that are quote-unquote unraidable, out of the rating system. They do have to do it on a case-by-case basis. Here's the problem though. If that does happen, and if we do utilize this, we could use our C4 towards this base just to realize it's unraidable. And then even if we tell Kafir and stuff that it's like, yo, this is unraidable base, you guys can actually, I think messaging any staff members on the Discord server is the proper way to go about it. I don't know if they could exactly, like, it still sucks though, because I don't know if they could refund anyone's C4 that does come across an unraidable base, which is why the new rating system is interesting, man. And they definitely, I don't know, man, steel bases would be all right if they did have a means to craft the metal cutter, but that's a whole nother story that we already went on into. So I think the only plan of attack, because we can't really get in through any other portion of the wall unless he has a random wooden wall. But here's the thing, if he has a random wooden wall, it could just lead to nothing, and once we start making noise, we cannot return to this base. So I went ahead, did a little bit of scouting, did a little bit of the loop all the way around the base. Let me know you guys' thoughts if you think that this is actually a base that could potentially be worthwhile breaking into. It's just that whenever I come across a base with steel, it's hard to justify, man. It is hard to justify, but feel free to let me know your guys' thoughts on this. We got an 8-hour timer on this. As soon as the video's over, I will travel on over here, and then that timer will be put on pause. The only reason, this is what I thought we were gonna do last time. Whenever you're at this location, the timer doesn't go down, but there's one caveat, one little thing. As soon as you make noise in here, or like you break a wall, I don't know exactly what it is, but as soon as you do some sort of action, whenever you leave this place, all that will happen is that it'll disappear, right? Whereas now, because we haven't really done anything there yet, we should be able to freely go to and from that location. That's exactly what's happening here. 7 hours and 50 minutes left on to there. And here's what we're gonna be doing. We got, well, I don't really wanna know if, here's what we're gonna do. We do have the witch, and she's been sending a lot of hordes over at us. I'm not entirely a fan of that. I think we gotta go and teach the witch a little bit of a lesson here first, especially because the witch is kind of close to that base. So maybe the witch has some C4 I could borrow. I doubt it. Oh man, now I really wish we didn't use all that C4 at the witches those couple of times, man. That C4, I would have been happy to held on to it and stockpile it, but No, that's all good though. We did figure out the best way to go about destroying and utterly destroying the witch super well, which of course is just with a couple of shots from the grenade launcher. That's the freaking key to success, man. It's insane, it's spooky, but it does work. That's exactly what we're gonna be rolling out today. Also probably putting some of these hatchets and whatnot away for usage at a later time. Goodbye to that 2 scrap metal, because I got way more scrap metal than just 2. I can just toss 2 to the trash super quickly. But then I gotta go ahead and armor up for the challenge up ahead. And of course, we are gonna be bringing some shotguns as well. I don't know if we're gonna be using the shotguns against the witch though. Might use them against the blind one, but we'll play it by ear. We'll see what the best way of doing this is. Oh yeah, we're gonna be going to the blind one afterwards, because listen, since the only that's like the main thing we gotta do now, because we are in need of C4 before this raid. Unless we do just want to give up on this raid now, we could make a little bit of noise, break a couple wooden spikes and go away, but that is definitely a waste of the coinage and time that we did put into making this raid possible, which is just why it hurts, man. It hurts deep down in the soul. But I'm gonna go ahead and transfer some of that pain to our friend at the infected forest. Everyone's a friendly neighborhood witch. Yeah, well, I'm gonna make her everyone's dead neighborhood witch. I'm sorry that there has to be a dead witch in the neighborhood, but listen, she did want to move, and we gotta go and teach her a lesson. Like, stop sending zombie hordes my way. Dear mama, why you gotta be such a douche nozzle, man? Sending zombie hordes at me? Like, when I'm mad at someone, I'm just kind of like, yo, I didn't like that. I'm not like, yo, zombie horde, attack! You know, maybe I just try to be a better person than the witch, though. I think that's probably the most reasonable explanation. We don't have any water, do we? All right, I thought we got our 3 free water back. I guess we didn't get our 3 free water back, so we gotta hydrate by carrot stew. Yes, we're gonna be hydrating the Starsnipe way by eating something that doesn't supposed to help hydration. Yes, that is the me way. All right, I'm very sorry for all your trouble. All right, but we got that. We should be able to switch in between. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's do some work with the floater bloaters. We got the full SWAT armor, which will make our lives super easy. We're not super easy. We're still blowing ourselves up, but it will make our lives easier when the blowing up of ourselves does commence. Ow! All we gotta do is find where the witch is hidden. That is where the witch is. Ow! She freaking does hurt though. Let's do some work over here on the toxic spitters, and then we'll try to combat her here in the corner. Give it a carrot stew. What up, witch? How do you do? I wish you'd drop something better, man, and stop freaking gluing people to things. That's weird. Don't glue people to things, all right? That's a no-no from me. All right, witch, how do you do? Well, let me go ahead and start putting some bullets into you. Please don't hurt me too hard, by the way. Oh, she wants to hurt. Okay, let's eat that carrot stew a little bit. Ah! And this is where the fun will soon begin. Don't mind me, just gotta kite a bajillion crawlers together so we can hopefully kill all of them in one fell swoop. Okay, I think we should be pretty close to having a pretty tight train here. Oh, dear mama. All right, I think this is pretty good. Let's heal up really quickly and shoot. Let's heal up again and shoot again. Boom. We did have to do one more shot than I was hoping for, but I think the witch should come back. Yeah, she's not happy though. She's not happy. Witch. I'm so sorry. I had to kill your friend, but he was not a nice person. Ow! I hate that attack, dude. How much does it do? That attack does a lot of damage. Stop it, witch. Oh my god, you do so much damage. Why are you? Oh, no. Did not mean to do that. Not when she can do her super attack. Didn't I shoot your arm off, witch? Oh, no. That's not good. Okay, let's put this, AK right there. Okay. Oh, they're gonna start swarming us. That's all good. Exactly. All according to plan. Just don't get me stuck in a circle. Let's make sure that we're healing during all of this. Heals are super important during this process. There we go. And then we'll go ahead, heal up once more and shoot, and boom! Heal up again, and then we'll just clear these out with a little bit of Kalashnikov 47. I think as soon as all the crawlers are dead, she does come back and start refocusing on us. So where you at, witchy girl? There you are. Too bad you ain't gonna be here for long. You about to be dead. Oh dear god. Okay, well, you're gonna kill me at that rate. No, not today. And she still doesn't drop anything. Witch girl, you gotta start dropping some stuff, man. I am not a fan of this, but at the very least, she won't be sending hordes our way for a while. But dude, for a boss battle, the witch seriously has some disappointing loot. Ever since the beginning, the blind one's always blessed us with some alrightness, but the witch, she gave us her head once. She's been nothing but selfish since then. I'm just saying, especially since you do use C4 on the witch. I think it might be a good idea to maybe make the witch a boss battle that gives you maybe like 1 C4 guaranteed for killing her. You know, it adds some more C4 to the ecosystem, more methods of acquiring. I think currently the methods of acquiring C4 include getting lucky in red zones or just kind of like harder zones. I do think they can drop in chests, obviously the red ticket crate, and then also the, not red ticket crate, the floppy disk, the floppy. Unfortunately for us, we are not the closest to a floppy disk at the moment. Please leave a message after the beep beep. Yeah, we have a little bit of work to do until we can acquire that next floppy disk, but that's okay. We should still be able to do some great work over here on the blind one and clear out some of the floor as well. I would love to have another raid that we could start doing quests towards, but unfortunately when we are in the middle of one raid, we cannot work towards another. Kind of poopy news, but so be it. We gotta roll with the punches. We gotta flow with the roll and roll with the flow. And yo, my room, I'm sorry, my room is getting so hot right now for some reason. I have a fan on. I think the fan's making things hotter. I brought a fan into this room to cool me down, not heat me up. Maybe it's because I did just record 2 videos back to back, though. That could be a great explanation. I've been yelling. I've been in this room for too long. I'm just too fuego. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's go ahead and put it into hard mode. Punch it, baby. We gotta go and start clearing out some of these enemies because, yeah, we gotta start clearing out some of these enemies. That goes without saying. Dear enemies of mine, I'm coming, baby. And of course we should. Did we already bring all the weapons home? I thought we maybe left a couple weapons behind. Maybe in one of the other chests. We could definitely grab some things here to keep us chugging throughout. Like, how's our armor doing, by the way? Could be better, could be worse. We should, though. Do we have another set in here, or did we grab it? We did not have another set. We got a football helmet, though, in case that breaks a poop ton of pistols. Yo, we're gonna be going through the pistolas a little bit in there. The full auto goodness. Stop! They're not full auto. Oh, they're full auto when you know how to work them properly. Like, let's go ahead and test it out really quickly. Just, you gotta keep tapping that. Keep tapping that repeatedly, and bada bing, bada boom! They die a lot faster. That did seem a little bit slower, but maybe our timing just wasn't the best there. We gotta go and grab some water really quickly, so just let me loot up this, because usually this one's pretty consistent, but usually what happens is whichever one I need, it will give me the other one. So if I'm thirsty, it gives me food. If I'm hungry, it gives me water. Hey, give me both today. Thank you for actually being a nice person, Mr. Vending Machine. Although you're not a person, you're a person in my eyes, all right? I don't know if you want to be a person in my eyes, though. Maybe you want to stay a vending machine. You know, I'm not a vending machine. I don't know the perks and negatives of being a vending machine besides vending stuff. Yeah, that is about the extent of it from what I understand. Come on, Ned, let's finish this loading on up and let's begin the blowing on up. Maybe not blowing up, all right? That's what we were doing at the witches, but blowing through some enemies with some full auto pistola goodness. Oh yeah, look at how quickly that health is going down. This is what we were in need of, and they didn't drop anything. All right, I'm gonna need a little bit of help from you guys, zombies. You can't just withhold all the hard mode items from me. Okay, those are definitely necessities that you just happen to be withholding from me at the moment. I don't appreciate it. And dear God, why is this room so hot? Is the outside hot too? I don't know. I haven't stepped outside yet. I wanted to record my videos first, and I can't believe we actually killed him before he blew up. That could have been so freaking bad. But dear mama, dude, I'd say open a... That's the first thing that they ever dropped. This year's a struggle of a day. It's hot. Zombies are dropping stuff. That's enough to qualify as a struggle for me. I'm sorry. I have low standards. Listen, all right? I don't really know what you're listening to besides the sound of Kalashnikov absolutely destroying some turret. A beautiful sound, a beautiful noise. You know what I mean? But maybe the chest at least will be withholding some valuable... Nope. Hey, it's got a little bit of a rifle. That's a pretty good haul, but it's not the haul that How have we gotten one thing so far, game? You gotta do, like, come on. I think the game's trying to do what it always does to me. All right, it's trying to be poopy. There we go. Let's just snipe this guy really quickly because the VSS has the range for it. I can't wait till we can actually toss a sight on this VSS, though. That's gonna be interesting to see how that does unfold. But let's continue the unfolding of some pistol drizzle upon the unsuspected enemies, even though I'm pretty sure they suspect it by the time they hear the pistol drizzle. Dude, no one's dropping it. Like, you guys are witnessing this, right? I think the game just hates us. First, we opened 150 of those freaking shenanigans packs, and oh, yay, look at that. Hey, okay, a military notebook, I'll take that. But first, we opened like 150 of these in a row. Not all in one day, but you know what I mean. Just overall, we've opened like 150 of these in a row. and we still haven't gotten a C4 explosive. But those exact same odds, actually, in Prey Day now, there are kind of odds like that. We got a lot of very rare and a lot of extremely rare things compared to the amount we're getting in Last Day. That's all that I'm saying. I'll just put that out there. But we still got a frenzied giant to deal with, and while dealing with them, why don't we go ahead and try to blow through all the pistols we can, because pistols, I mean, they're just super easy to access, and honestly, they're one of my favorite weapons right now, just because look at this, just bada bing, bada boom. What the hell is frenzied giant gonna do? Answer, absolutely not, besides run a little bit faster. That's not gonna save you today, buddy. Giving me the loot, however, might give you a little bit of mercy. In my eyes, we can deal with the exploder and stuff. Let's deal with all of his minions first before we deal with the exploding one, because when he starts blowing up, well, oh, there we go, dude. Oh my God, that's a lot more horrifying. None of them dropped anything. Like, come on, guys, help me out here. I know I've literally only shot you, but hey, when I turn 21, I will invite you guys out for a beer. Zombies, how's that sound? So give me all military notebooks now, you freaking schmucks. We probably want to heal up a little bit too. We could heal up through food instead of using our med kit. And then, hello, frenzied giant, how do you do? Will you give me that good loot? Maybe. Frenzied giants are pretty consistent, you know? They're consistent in a couple things. Giving us good loot, running very fast as soon as they get below 150 health, and doing a hell of a lot of damage that you do not want to suffer from. All you want to suffer from is the loot. You can, okay, come on, you gotta give me some military notebooks, man. That's what frenzied giants are notorious for. I've gotten my one military notebook so far from a freaking toxic spitter. Step your game up. Were you protecting a military notebook by chance? Nope. More personal effects, although in the grand scheme of things, if you're giving me 2 personal effects for the price of 1, mathematically speaking, I'm just saying, it's better than notebook. I will take it to bank, baby. What do we got in here? Nothing I'm taking to the bank, only things I'll be taking to the inventory. We do got the band-aids too. So I guess it's not, we got another method of healing. We are down to 8 first aid kits, so I was definitely hoping to get a little bit more than what we're up to. Maybe we'll find some, but not. Our first dog tag of the day. I'm shocked that that's what it took, dude. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind not getting dog tags, but like, like if I'm not getting dog tags, I better be getting something else instead of the dog tag. You know what I mean? Like, I don't just want the dog tags to disappear. I want them to transform into these things right there. Currently, that's not happening though. This is actually really, really bad luck we've had. So far, if we clear like everything up to the blind one, we usually walk out of here with around like 10 of each. It is a bad day today. I tell you what, blind one, I blame you. As such, I'm about to take out all of my frustrations on you as well. I hope that this is okay, A-okay with you, because it's happening. You ain't gotta say it. Good morning, blind one. Hello. It is time for your bi-weekly, not even, dude. This is like tri-weekly. We're doing this like 3 times. We're doing this as often as we can, because a blind one kills a blind one kill, baby. You can't go wrong with it. All you can do is pump it full of some shotgun rain, and our timing isn't going super amazing right now. We got him below 700, so that's good. We can get him through that and let us one more time. We got to survive 2 more volleys, which means 2 more first aid kits, unless all of a sudden he goes Super Saiyan and does 100 damage to us in 1 hit. I don't think that's happening, though. He's just going to do it the same way as always. Run on over into the wall so I can begin the shotgun rain of your brain. Although our armor is starting to get a little bit dinked up. That does worry me. And then we should be able to finish him after this. But I don't think that armor dinking popped up until just recently, so we should be okay. But hey, if he strips me naked, then we just gotta improvise, because things are about to get fogly, just like the blind one's death is about to get fogly. I'm sorry, you can't stop this amount of shotgun rain, lad. All you can do is succumb to it and give me all of that marvelous loot, all of the marvelous loot that will help contribute. Hey, a saw blade right there. Yo, let me pick that up. Let me build up a metal cutter real quick. No? Okay, I guess the blind one's too greedy. Even after he dies, he won't let me grab his own saw blades. Like, dear mama, talk about some greed. All right, let's go, and with a little bit of double shotgun rain, do some finishing touches on these fellers over here. There should be enough shotgun rain to at least get a couple of kills here. I should be able to make a little bit of progress towards this floppy disk. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna be grabbing it today, but if we could get up to halfway, dude, that'd be dang. But hey, that's what we need right there. We need all the zombies possible, dropping stuff. Do me some favors here, Jambies, Jambros. I will pay you back one day. How exactly will that payback be? Let's be honest here, I'll probably just kill you again, but I will kill you in a better way. I'll kill you with a smile on my face. The last thing you see before you die is a psychotic smiling star with a gun in his hand. Dear God, it just sounds worse now that it's worse as sales pitch NA. Let's keep on blowing through these pistols. I do like using the lower quality ones first because it does just break them so you have more inventory room. Probably, I mean, unless if it's also good to save them though, because when they're almost broken, I think in the future we'll be able to repair them, but also we can just scrap them. Worst case, like even currently. Current case though is taking out Toxic Abomination #1 before moving on to the Exploder of Bloaters. And please don't hurt me. There we go. It did hurt me, but not too much. You are hurting my pistol. My pistol's actually totally about to break because of you. Oh no, it's not buffing out. Oh, nope. That's what I meant. It's a risky game to play. That's all good though. Dying shouldn't be too big of a deal, except for the fact that those parasites are going to be coming with a vengeance at us. So maybe I'll bring a pistol. But other than that, I don't think there should be anything aggressive coming at us right away, but that's a comical death. And here we return, ladies and gentlemen, back into the fabled floor of the #3. The parasite says, yeah, I said I'd bring a pistol. I actually brought an extended mag AK. The AK will help us in the long run. You know, it'll also be used to kill many other menaces that dare come after us. But as you saw on the mini-map there, if you were paying attention, we got a couple of menaces we got to deal with to even think about recovering our stuff. Bada bing, now that they're dead. Give me all of that, por favor. Give me the clothes, give me everything that you got. We got a lot of those things at least, but we are looking low on notebooks and dog tags, which is, it's pretty poopy, man. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty freaking poopy. We're running low on medkits, but actually medkits might be pretty important because we are, I don't know, hey, okay, there we go. We're picking some stuff up from them. And we're realizing things are getting a bit better, so that's good. Let's get that pistol lined up for destruction as we go and destruct this frenzied giant in the form of 9mm ammo going all over his face, belly, and other places of contact. I don't know. All I know is he's about to go hella fast, and I was not ready for that. I was hoping that, there we go, he gets stuck a little bit. There we go, get him stuck on another corner and finish him before he hurts me. Ah! All right, we almost had a repeat of falling to the exploding exploder. We're getting a little bit risque lately, and it's a doozy, but we just gotta be careful not to get too risque. We still got one more frenzy giant to deal with before we can get past this hallway. Although we don't have to deal with them, I like dealing with things sequentially like that. Thank you for the pistol to help the cause out with, buddy old pal of mine. Thank you for a couple more toxic spitters for us to destroy and collect the goods of at least one, because one decided to drop stuff unlike a certain somebody else. Thank you so much, my guy. Appreciate it. Let's get to eating up all the jerky. Hey, using up a little bit of band-aids there. Let's get a backup gun. We got more pistols, man. Pistols for days. The perfect weapon with which to deal with the Exploder. Difference is, after he starts blowing up, I will actually run away. I'm done thinking that I can get the best of him. I will let him get the best of himself. I will let him blow himself up and just collect the goods from it. It's actually a pretty sweet deal in that grand scheme of things. And hey, that's like 4 military notebooks in a row. Let's get some more of that going, game. That is what I like to witness. Okie dokie, hunky dory. I do want to have the better pistol here as the backup because this is an entire frenzy giant. We do need a combat. Also, I'm trying to run away here for a jiff so we could just get a little bit of food there, get us up to full, because you don't want to be dealing with the frenzy giant when you're not at full health. I tell you what. Okay, let's go and get a little bit of separation here. We'll probably do a little bit of loop-de-loop. We'll get the full quality. I just like having the full quality one as the backup, and then just the first one always being the lowest quality one you have, because it'll break, and as soon as it does break, you get a free inventory slot, and it just backs up to the full quality one. So I think it's a pretty good setup. I think it's a pretty good system of killing that we got set up. And hey, 5 military notebooks in a row. If we're this hot in the military notebooks side of things, I think we should continue this a little bit. I was thinking of maybe turning back after this point, but we'll see. This will be the determinator. Does this have what? Nope, it's got batteries and stuff. And some pretty sick pantalones, I suppose. We can grab some of that for ourselves, and at the very least, let's keep on blowing through some of these weapons. These 3 we definitely want to keep, but we got right around 6 or more. Oh, we are about to be stripped naked though. You know what? It's a side effect, you know? It's kind of like how you have some of those commercials where it's like some side effects include even death. My side effect is whatever I just said, because I totally already lost that train of thought. I'm too focused on murdering toxic spitters. Just please give me hard mode loot. This is all that I wish. Like, if you guys are Santa Claus, can I? Oh my, yes. Yeah, I'll hire you people as Santa Claus if you just give me lots of loot. Okay, be my Santa Claus. Make my day. Dear mama, why is that exploder? Oh, we're naked. No wonder. I was about to say, dear, slow down there, Mr. Sploder. He did slow down. Problem is, it doesn't matter because we still took hella damage. At least we can collect that. I think this maybe is a sign from the game to be like, yo, you naked. Don't do nothing like a dingus, and that's a great point. We will back it up a little bit. All right, we'll get the sirens like beep, 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 like a freaking construction truck. We're backing it up. We're heading on back, especially because we were running kind of low on meds. All in all, we definitely were not in the greatest of situations, but we're walking out of here with what, 9 military notebooks, 12 personal effects, 5 dog tags. All in all, that actually buffed out because we got really lucky with the military notebooks, but there's still a good amount of frenzied giants and stuff to clear out. I'm thinking, because the thing is, we can still clear out floor 2 and 3. Floor 2 is still kind of worth it because it does have a lot of frenzied giants and those kind of like somewhat bigger fellas near the middle, but the beginning is pretty, actually, I don't know, the first one, now that I'm thinking about it, does have a lot. The 4th floor, though, I just feel like the 4th floor is mainly turrets and all the ice zombies. And at least from what I've noticed, back when we were hopping to that floor a lot, the ice zombies didn't seem to drop that stuff a lot, but maybe I'm just crazy. Let's put on some freaking new armor, and now that is looking good, we're also playing for the football team as well, if you can't tell. We just got a couple more weapons and stuff and a couple of things here. Oh, yeah. Let's go and do the turning over here to this guy, and probably, hopefully, we even end up doing getting some more red tickets as well, so we can open that one up. Because in a day, the bunker should reset, so we should be able to capitalize upon that a little bit. Bada bing, that's 5 dog tags to you. Bada boom, 12 personal effects and 9 notebooks all throughout. Bam! Half of a floppy disk right there, meaning I think having a floppy disk in our possession for next episode or within the next episode or so, it should be pretty reasonable, and hopefully it's something we will have the opportunity to witness next time. But that's gonna start wrapping for this episode, last day on Earth. Thank you guys a whole ton for tuning in. Cannot wait to hear your guys' thoughts on the weapon update exploration we did earlier today, along with anything else that might be on your minds. Even just let me know about your day, however in the hell y'all are doing, because I like hearing that type of stuff. I love reading the comments, and I love seeing what y'all got to say. But it's gonna start wrapping up for me for now. Best of luck to you guys and gals in the giveaway. Best of luck getting the chopper gas tank, enjoying it in the chopper squadron. Best of luck breeding your puppas, leveling up your perks, getting the best skills, protecting your base, going out on raids, defeating the witch, getting past the multiplayer wall, and most important of all, having yourselves an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time all along the way. That's gonna go ahead and do it for me. Thank you guys a whole ton for watching. Have yourselves an awesome one, and I'll talk to you next one. See ya.